On behalf of both Sara and Stephen's family, we want to welcome you to this amazing day that some of us have waited longer than hoped for, but we want to rejoice in this day. And I am here to tell you, I am thankful and blessed. Stephen, and the Lord has provided you and brought you into Sara's life to be her caretaker.
The first time I heard your voice on the phone, I knew that I loved you. It was the country accent.
I'll just start off by saying there's probably at least 2 parents and 6 guys that never thought this day was going to happen, so it finally happened, everybody. The year was 2010 in the gym at Murray State University. I remember seeing you for the first time. You were lunging next to the basketball courts while I acted like I was working out, but I was looking at you from across the gym.
And I believe God knew our journey needed to take a route full of lessons and trials to get to this moment. This moment where we become one, not in our idea of perfect timing, but in His. Our love story is like one from the movies. We have a spark that's full of magic like Ron and Hermione, an unbreakable bond like Iron Man and Pepper, and a friendship and partnership like Baby Yoda and Mando.
There we go.
You were short, you were beautiful, you were totally out of my league, box-faced little cheerleader. I found you on Facebook, decided to send you a friend request. Little did I know I'd end up in Facebook purgatory for a full decade until you decided to add me in April 2020.
We've gone the distance, literally, and I vow to keep going whatever distance God in our marriage asks of us.
I promise I will always make you feel confident and beautiful. I will always support your dreams to be your biggest cheerleader along the way.
And I vow to continue to be the cheerleader you fell in love with, but this time the team I'm rooting for is Team Wiggins.
I promise to be the most geeky father to our future kids, and that's kids with an S like you want.
There's a never-ending list of things I could stand up here and vow, but most importantly, I vow to choose us always on the good days, the bad days, and everything in between.
Ever since I met you, you have inspired me to be a better man, a more patient man, and to help me reach my goals of every aspect of life. Sara Martinez, I love you so much, and I can't wait to say I do. I can't wait to start our journey together, and I can't wait to see how wonderful and perfect of a mother you're going to be one day. So I'll end with this quote from Pam Beasley from The Office. When you're a kid, you assume your parents are soulmates. Luckily, our kids are going to be right about that.
Sara, do you take Stephen as your husband?
I do.
Stephen, do you take Sara as your wife?
I do.
You may kiss your bride. On behalf of myself, the wedding party, and the families, I'd like to introduce to you Mr. and Mrs.
It's a privilege to be here celebrating Sara and Stephen tonight.
I'm so thankful that they took a chance and then also a second chance on the other. It's good practice. You will need millions of second chances throughout your marriage.
Stephen had been searching for Sara his whole life. And every girl he ever met, there was this impossible relationship requirement checklist that read like a job resume. And when he met Sara, it was very different. He came to see me after their first date, and I asked, "What'd you think about her? How did it go?" That checklist was completely gone, and he just said, "Man, I really like her."
Once Sara told me that Stephen was from Kentucky, a police officer, ambitious, responsible, respectful, and religious, I said, "Sara, it's about damn time."
So let me tell you something. If you're a parent and you're raising children, it's the most challenging thing you'll ever do in your life, but it's the most rewarding. And especially if you're raising 2 girls that happen to be drop-dead gorgeous, it just adds to the problem.
And even though you may seem like opposites, you are actually perfectly complementary to one another, interconnected like yin and yang. I pray God blesses you both with a beautiful life together, and if you always keep Christ at the center, your marriage will be unbreakable.
You fought through long distance. A lot of people cannot survive that, and you all survived somehow the most boring 4.5-hour drive I've ever experienced. I wish you all the absolute best. I know this is going to be the beginning of great things. The 2 of you will never need to build back better because you're already working to make marriage great again.
So I've got a baton. It's UK colors, of course, because why wouldn't you? So Stephen, I'm going to give this to you. Try and love her as much as I do. And that's all I ask of you. To Sara and Stephen, may God grant them what they deserve in life and to realize if you put God first, the person second, and you third, you'll have a great life. Hear, hear.